for me, I'm going to go bold. Alexander Isak hasn't gotten himself a Premier League goal so far this season. I think he will bag on Sunday. I'm going to say 3-1 Newcastle. I'm hoping that we're going to return back to playing how we have been the last couple of seasons and give Spurs the good old thrashing that we have done the last 2 seasons.
Chris Cowlin. Fan cams. Club news. Transfer news. Match previews. Legend interviews. Spurs winning. Press conferences. Covering everything Tottenham and England.
I think it's fair to say that Newcastle's opening fixtures this season have left a lot to be desired. We've lacked that kind of intensity we've become known for under Eddie Howe's tenureship, and it's not looked promising, but there were signs there in the cup fixture against Nottingham Forest towards the last 20 minutes. We're starting to look more like ourselves, and obviously it's a massive plus for the club seeing Sandro Tonali return to action for the club. Seeing how well Sandro Tonali played against Nottingham Forest, despite being away for the game for 10 months, you would have thought he'd played just last weekend against Bournemouth. He was absolutely amazing on it. Didn't look like he had any kind of lag away from match sharpness or anything like that, and straight to it. So of course he's going to be a key player. Your usuals as well, obviously Alexander Isak, who's played amazing in the last 2 home fixtures against Spurs. Bruno Guimaraes, as ever, now club captain, has started the season strong. Joe Linton has been a bit wobbly the last couple of games, was amazing against Southampton when we dropped down to 10 men. But you know, these are all big impact players. Obviously Harvey Barnes, Anthony Gordon. We've now got players that can take a game in their own hands and win it for themselves. So I'm hoping for a repeat of the last 2 home fixtures against Spurs. We've had really strong showings, so hopefully this can really kickstart off our season. Spurs so far this season, it's been interesting. I watched the opening game against Leicester, and you know that game give us a bit of confidence going into this fixture. But seeing the result you've got against Everton, you know, it's did you play amazing or were Everton really poor? I think it might have been a little bit of both. But you know, like I said, the past results we've gotten against Tottenham at home the last couple of seasons it's a confidence booster, no doubt. How not poor that we've played at the start of the season, but not as on it, gives us that little bit of hope that, you know, we might come away with something this weekend. As much as I didn't want to like him, I very much like Ange Postecoglou. I think he's brought his own personality to Tottenham, and as well as his style of play, which, you know, is entertaining to watch. It's very full throttle. I think now the kind of defensive problems that you had are getting solved. Pedro Porro's had a really strong showing at the start of the season. Mickey van der Ven, who obviously Alexander Isak had doing somersaults in the last fixture at St James's Park, but he looks like he's going to be a really good player, and hopefully, you know, we've got a future centre-half pairing between the 2 clubs for Holland in the future, between Sven Botman and Mickey van der Ven. In terms of Newcastle players that will get into the Spurs starting 11, I think I rattled off a full list the last time I did a preview for you, Chris, but still, same again. I think Isak walks into any side. Bruno Guimaraes does. Tonali does. I think in terms of defence at the minute, with how our back line is, who's fit, I don't think many of ours would probably get in. Fully fit, I think Shea and Sven Botman would have a chance at getting in there. And I think, is Pedro Porro better than Tino Livramento and Trippier? I mean, I'm biased, but I'm probably going to say they're all on the similar level. But yeah, going forward, I think Anthony Gordon gives Son run for his money. I'm going to say it. I'm probably going to get pelters for that. And on the right wing, I don't think any of our right wingers get in there. But yeah, I am feeling a little bit confident for Sunday, I must say. I don't know whether that's me being deluded or wishful thinking or a bit of both. I think we can give you a run for money, especially up at St James's Park, as I've mentioned a few times in the last couple of seasons. I think we will see Sandro Tonali back in the starting 11. He was amazing against Nottingham Forest, along with Bruno Guimaraes and Joe Linton in the middle of the park. I'm hoping for a front three of Anthony Gordon, Harvey Barnes and Alexander Isak. And defensively, could be anything. We've rotated a little bit already so far this season. Could be Lloyd Kelly in there, could be Lewis Hall, who knows. But for me, I'm going to go bold. Alexander Isak hasn't gotten himself a Premier League goal so far this season. I think he will bag on Sunday. I'm going to say 3-1 Newcastle. I'm hoping that we're going to return back to playing how we have been the last couple of seasons and give Spurs the good old thrashing that we have done the last 2 seasons.